Shawana, can you hear me? I see you. I see ya. There we go. There we go. Hey, Arthur, nice. How you doing? How's everybody? Cindy's Traveling Crafts. How you doing? Cindy B. How are you? Good. I'm glad to hear that. It's been an up and down week. I usually do not rein in on occupational irritations. I usually don't. But this has been such an extraordinary, such a crazy week that I thought I would share with you guys. Adjuster. Got the hamster wheel. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? But nice. Can you hear me? Cindy, can you hear me? I am. Hey, Shawana wanna. Hey, Shawana. Hey, Shawana wanna. Hey, Shawana. I think we lost Shawana. And Cindy B is getting the hamster wheel. So hopefully no one else is. Real quick, so back to the wonderful world of auto insurance. The reason I'm reining in is because I have an irritation with these backup cameras. The backup cameras are only nice when it avoids something or it averts something. The actual point of the backup camera is probably, if you ask me, to avoid hitting one of those raised posts that you may see behind you. Had to go out and come back in. Okay. As far as utilizing the backup camera solely for the purpose of traffic, it's not ideal. And I caution against using it as your sole purpose of clearing traffic. I'm going to go a step further to let you guys know. If you are in a parking lot, and these are extraordinary. Okay, now I'm here. It keeps stopping. Okay. Hopefully you're here. No issues. Back to parking lot incident. And the reason it is, a frustration of mine. I'm going to see if I can do this to where you guys can see. I'm going to turn it around here. Okay. Turning it around. Here are the parking spots. Oh, wow. I'll see it in a moment, okay? Here are the parking spots. Here are the parking spots, okay? I can't see the parking spots. If you are driving in the parking lot and this person is going to back out and only use their reverse camera or their rear camera or their backup camera to back out, you're already going to be at fault. Because as the person backing, you have a greater duty to watch where you are going. The person driving straight, they're driving straight. While they should always yield to traffic and look out and try to avert collision, the duty is still greater on the person backing. And out of 157 claims that I am handling, over 50% of these claims are parking lot backing accidents. And the frustration has now become the person who's backing. Out of, I would say, a good 85, probably I have about 85 backing accidents right now, maybe 90, because it's a little more than 50%. So maybe 90 backing accidents. Out of 90, I am serious when I say probably 60 to 70 of them, I was using my backup camera. They weren't in the camera. I was using my backup camera. They weren't in there. First and foremost, backing and not seeing them in the backup camera does not absolve you of responsibility or liability, as we say in the insurance industry. You still have the greater duty. The second thing, saying that they sped or they should have seen you or you think they went around, that still doesn't absolve the fact that vehicle code stipulates you had the greater duty. Having a camera, not seeing them in the camera, does not absolve you. It doesn't mean that you are not responsible. So my frustration becomes all of the arguments, whether this person who was backing is my insured or the insured of the other carrier, it's that there is a complete, almost 100% dependence that they are exhibiting on these rear backup cameras. And it becomes a huge frustration, not just for myself, but for any other adjuster, because there are claims that we have to really recreate the scene. We have to depend on points of impact. We have to think about velocity and speed. We have to see if there were cameras that were at the scene that we can pick up on. We try and get independent witness. I said independent because if they're your cousin, Johnny or Susan, and they were in the back seat, they're not really independent. And of course, my cousin that was riding with me better side with me. So we definitely have our work cut out for us for the other, 50-something%. But it's these rear backup, accidents that are causing me tremendous amounts of frustration. The backup camera scenario. So I implore you and I beg of you, if you have a rear backup camera, use it to see if little Susie or Johnny is standing behind you. But please do not use it to determine whether or not it is time to back out. Still put your arm around the seat next to you. Still turn around. Still, look to your right and turn around and look to your left. And then still, back out safely. I always try to park so I am facing out. I don't like to back out. That is also wise information to back in. People don't like to back in. Why? Because they hit the pole, which is why the camera was designed in the first place. Keep you from hitting the pole. But use your mirrors. That's right. Use your mirrors. If I have to hear, I think I said it like 7 or 8 times today. Those backup cameras do not absolve you of responsibility. I said it so many times that it was just, I said, if I hear one more person say, well, I was looking in my camera and they weren't back there, so I backed out. I said, I'm going to scream. And someone said it. And I screamed so loud. Everyone was looking at me. I got up and I continued on walking down. I was just screaming. Screaming. So that is really a frustration that I thank you guys very much for allowing me to get out. The other frustration that I have, which is nowhere near as much, is if we're both riding down the street and you need to get over into my lane and I'm going straight, you're going to be the at-fault party because you need to get over. There's something that you can do to prevent the accident, which is don't get over. Wait for me to pass. And so that's not nearly as frustrating. Just a lot of people feel like, well, they see me. They saw my blinkers on. So they still don't believe that, they were the responsible party because we should have seen them and allowed them to, drive in the manner that they were driving in. And we had, they have no responsibility and things of that nature. Thank you for allowing me to get that out. That was a huge frustration today. And I'm glad. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing? Gail. So I got it out. It's out of my system. Yay! Yay! Update on my mom. So my mom got so bored today. But Nice says, "Dear Lord, self-entitled people." Exactly. Exactly. It gets even worse. It does get worse. But I just wanted to give you guys just these accidents are usually less than 5 miles per hour. Some of them, if one party's moving and the other one's not, it can be, pretty impacting the damage. And you cannot, it's very difficult sometimes to convince someone who has a backup camera that they are the responsible one. Oh, no, I'm not. I didn't see them at all. Backup camera shows you this much, like, here we go, maybe this much room behind the vehicle. Doesn't show you the peripheral and the blind spot off to either side. So those are the joys that fill my day. Still crocheting, Rebecca? Are you crocheting? Okay. I'm doing well, Gail. I'm having a great day. Quick update on Mom. Mom got bored today. Mom is here all the time. Obviously, I work. Justin works. And my daughter, she's in school. And she's in college. She's in a college program. And college has started back. She's off a few hours a day. She's not full-time like me and Justin, but she is off a few hours per day. Long story short, Mom is now here, predominance of her day by herself. And so today, Mom decided to go out into the world by herself, gets in the car, drives to the store, purchases whatever she wants to buy, and comes home. And she now feels so fulfilled. She is so happy. She took back some of her independence, is how I look at it. Because I was completely saying, hey, Mom, why don't you this during the day? Why don't you that? No, I'm not going. No, I don't want to. I don't know my way around. And it can be overwhelming when you move to a new area and unfortunately you don't feel confident when it comes to leaving and doing small little things that we probably all take for granted. I know I take for granted going to the store. And if she wants to go to the store for me every day, let her. But she conquered her fear and she left. She said she was a little apprehensive. She said she wasn't scared, but she was a little apprehensive. And she got in. She didn't want to go but she went to the store. She did shopping. She got some items for the house. She read up some candy. She likes her snacks and some candy. And then she came home. But I feel like that was such a personal triumph. You guys should have seen the look on her face. She was smiling. She was so proud of herself. She was so happy. I was so happy for her. I come home, y'all. She got a whole new hairdo. I'm like, oh, dang, there we go. We doing some things here. So she come home. She felt really good. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. You guys have been on this journey with me. Such loyal fans. And you guys all know my apprehension, worrying about how, this next chapter in her life is going to be. So this was a glimmer for me that everything is going to be okay. And I was very proud of her. I was so excited. I said, I can't wait to get home, to talk, to share. So I came home and we kind of talked about it. She was real excited. She was happy. She had such a beautiful smile on her face. And I said, I'm gonna share. Can't wait to talk about that. So there we go. Does anyone know how to message someone on YouTube? Not on YouTube. I know I get emails and things like that. So if you probably know their email address. Mimi, congratulations. I'm going to tell you happy. I know you won the contest, so congratulations. All right. And is Sherry in here? I know that she and I don't know. You're welcome. I don't know how many times she's going to be able to record, if she's going to go live or anything. But there's Shawana. But I know Sherry, she's off camping, and she's probably not going to be in tonight. Let's see. Who else did I want to send a shout out to? Rebecca, almost caught up with. I was going back to see some of your older videos, so I was up real late one night, and I said I'm gonna try and get as many. And I guess I was commenting, and Rebecca says, "What are you doing up late?" I'm watching your videos. Like, I want somebody to do that, so I was watching your videos. So I haven't seen a couple. I've been out of it the last couple of days, but yeah, she didn't go camping. Okay, I'm gonna have to reach out to her and see. But that's okay. There's no problems there. You're very welcome. So here's a funny little story. I know I'm done with this painting by the weekend so that we could seal it and we could go over. I was over here dutifully moving along, and I got to, this is a real funny story. Maybe not so funny, but I got to the end of, you guys see it's not a lot of room in these little containers. And so I didn't realize, probably at the time that I did, but I'm sure I was kitted up a ton of stuff. So I was kitting up, and I ran completely out of these two colors, which are pretty much the only two colors that you see remaining here, these large portions right here. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never had that. And this is a Diamond Art Club. How could they have ran out of diamonds? Going through all of my Diamond Art Club rounds, and I'm looking for the two numbers that I'm missing. And I was like, I wonder if I should steal from Peter to pay Paul, and then just, if I needed extras later on, kind of work it out in the end. And I found a painting that had both of the colors that I was missing, and they were rounds. So I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and I'm going to fill these up, and I'm going to finish this so that we can try to seal a Diamond Art Club. The funny thing is, while I have the scissors poised about to cut, I'm like, what am I going to do with the rest of these diamonds? And I said, oh, let me find a elastic. I'll just cut a little corner, take a little bit, and then wrap them up and save them for and I said save them for, and then I look right here, and I said, didn't I already do this before? And sure enough, here's one, and here's two. These are the diamonds, the two missing diamonds that I wrapped up and put an elastic on to save for later. There was no more room left in here. So I kind of, unfortunately, I delayed myself, and I was mad, and days had passed, and so but it really, my mind must be gone, because I didn't think of it at all until I was poised, about to cut. Like, how am I going to save the rest of these diamonds? And I'm like, wait a minute, didn't I already do that? And the point in putting them right here was so that when I ran out, I wouldn't forget. And I completely forgot. I delayed myself the whole weekend because I was so mad. Like, this is just not like Diamond Art Club. They're not sent, and for such a little painting, why wouldn't they send enough diamonds for such a little painting? Are you serious? I can't believe this. And I was mad. I went through my other artwork. I said I should ditch this, find something else, and just start working on something new. So then I think it was Sunday. I said, well, let me just go through all my paintings. And little behold, it was a brain fart. So there we go. I also have some fan mail. Is Rebecca in here tonight? I ran out of a color early on in the painting of the DAC hummingbird. I'm not done yet, so I'm crossing my fingers. It's my first DAC. Yeah. I just kidded up. They are sending them. That's when they send them right away. That's always great. And Abanai says, at least it was about to cut, not after us. True. That's all that I kept thinking is at least it was before the cut. Yvonne says, I actually did that with a custom that I ordered from another company. The extras were in a box. Oh, I guess I should have, I don't know, maybe I should have put them in the same container. I don't know what I was thinking, but I definitely, and it just hit me like, didn't I do this before? Fan mail from Rebecca, and she sent me, you see these tips? She sent one for me and one for Justin, and I was hoping with a beautiful letter. So Rebecca, if you watch this, Rebecca, if you watch this back, I would like to thank you for a beautiful, touching letter, and I really appreciate it. I know when my dad first died, you wrote me some beautiful things online, and I appreciate that. You sent me some great messages, and you've been there. You check on me, you and Mimi. You guys really look out, Cindy, and I appreciate that. So she sent us this new single tip, and I want to use it, obviously, on instead of one of these, I want to use it on there, but I don't. Do I put wax in it, or does it just pick up? I don't know how to use it. So if anyone can help me, and Justin has one also, but we want to try it. We're going to try it on the end of one of our diamond painting pens, and it just kind of pops in the same way that the tips pop in for our acrylic pens. So there's not going to be any, loss there. But I don't know, like, where the wax goes. Does wax go in there, or is that, I can't tell. So I think you do, okay. Hi, Monique, how are you this evening? So you use for abs. Okay. So that's what okay, these are good for the ABS diamonds, huh? Okay. Well, I don't know, but I seen it and I said, oh, this is neat. I want to put one on the end, and until my order comes in, she did send me a temporary forward placer. I'm not going to use it on this one. I'm going to continue using my Credi one. This one right here, as you guys can see, it has the shapes. It's so bad. It's just like, I don't know how it gets so disfigured. Let me see if you guys can see that. Can you see it? Well, I was hoping you could. Come on, follow it. Follow it. What is wrong with this? Anyway, you can see it real good there. It just takes the shape of the diamonds, and unfortunately, I don't know. So I'm going to finish this one out, and then I will start with this new tip until I placed an order. And so hopefully, I do like the four placers. They've become my favorite, and the plastic is thin, so it wears down. Okay, so I can definitely tell that. Not sure. Monique says, I'm good. It's hot where I live, and I ordered some stuff on Amazon for my boyfriend's birthday. Where do you live, Monique? Don't you live here in Vegas? Yeah. Did you change the wax? I have, Yvonne. I changed the wax with this so much, but it doesn't matter because, like Cindy B said, it's worn down, and so the shape of the diamonds it's just thin. I like that it's thin, because I feel like especially when you're doing a square, you can get in between the diamonds a little bit more, but it's thin. Oh, you're in Washington area. You live in, is that Fierces, Washington? I might be saying that wrong, and I apologize. You're hard on your tools too. Me too. I do think it depends. So here's why, Yvonne, I'm hard on some of my tools. These paintings right here, my AliExpress squares, I find that I have to press down harder because the glue it's the two-sided adhesive, and for whatever reason, and sometimes it can be loose in certain areas. I'm not sure. It's hard to describe, but I find that I have to press down a lot harder on the AliExpress China Mail squares. And then the glue on the poured canvases, I have this one, and I can't remember I think it might be a 10Me Art. It's a poured glue, and I barely have to press down. Sometimes you'll feel like the diamond is moving around, but if you go and try and move that diamond up, even though it felt like it was moving around, try and lift it with one of the tweezers, it's still a chore to pull up. So there's just a difference in how much I have to apply, how much pressure I have to apply when I'm diamond painting on poured glue versus diamond painting on two-sided adhesive. Does anybody else find or feel that difference? The placer looks scalloped after a lot of use. Yeah, after a lot of use. The thin placers are great, but they wear down. Yeah. And Cindy B says, I love the four placer. I can speed right along. I will say that once I moved to the four placer, whew, boy, did that time. You're hardly on a diamond painting when you're using the four placer. And I probably, when my order comes in, I'll probably use a double-sided four placer, because to be honest, I use this if I need 1, 2, 3, or 4. And so it makes it move faster because I don't have to constantly switch sides or anything like that. So if I had a four placer on each end, I could dab, and then whatever I needed to do, I feel like it would just be definitely be a faster painting. And this says, Rebecca wants to know what I'm working on. This is, I believe, it's a Diamond Art Club. It was one of the first ones that I purchased, but I never ever started because it's so small. And I believe it's where the kitten looks into a puddle, and then what we see in the puddle is a reflection of a tiger. So obviously this will be a lot of fun. It is a Diamond Art Club. It does have the same feel. I do feel the same sparkle. Obviously you guys are seeing it's got a lot of sparkle to it, but I still have it protected by the clear plastic. And one of the things that I am definitely afraid of is I'm afraid to seal my Diamond Art Clubs. So because I had never started on this, I said I will seal it, and no matter how it turns out, and it's turning out really nice, it's really sparkly, and I know you guys can see that in the actual viewfinder. So it's very sparkly, but I'm not going to let that deter me. I promised that I would still seal it, and I do plan to still seal it. I'm going to have a lot of my other paintings in mind when I do it. I'm doing this for you, baby. I'm doing this because obviously when it comes out nice and you see that sparkle, you don't want to lose it. You don't want to do anything to lose it. But I will take one for the team, and I will get this, definitely get this sealed. Justin has a Diamond Art Club that he will have. He has 2 projects he's working on. Then he has a Diamond Art Club. And you guys know he's working really hard. He has a new manager at his job. So although he still diamond paints, I think he's diamond painting a lot more now than he used to. The hours that he diamond paints has changed a lot. He's diamond painting more so in the earlier morning hours, like before he goes off to work, and not so much later in the evening. He also hurt his foot. He had a big gash on the bottom of his foot that's cut. It's between his his big toe and his index, and it's cut big. and it's all the way to the white meat. It looks bad. It looks painful. So hopefully he'll get some relief. I've been checking on him, making sure that he's continuing to, keep the antibiotic on it and things like that. But, whew. And he said it came from like this shoe that he has. I said, well, it's time to buy a new shoe, but it's bad. It looked like he put his foot in the grinder. Yep, Yvonne, ouch is absolutely right. So let's see. Moving over from there, Yvonne says, that was my daughter's first diamond painting. She got the fever fast. Yeah, this is really nice. I really do like it. It's a round. I do have more of a preference for squares. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. But I still like I love the sparkle that comes from Diamond Art Club. There's just so much sparkle. It's a lot of sparkle with this one. So we'll see. You never know. You never know. Kind of moving over from there, Yvonne says, thumbs up for our host. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Yvonne says, I just finished Home Sweet Home from Diamond Art Club, and I'm going to seal it. Crossing fingers. I can't wait. I'm hoping that you do a review and things. I want to see that because I am still not sold on sealing my Diamond Art Clubs at all. And so we shall see. I have quite a few of them hanging around here. I'm going to start to get them off to Michael's and start to look into framing. I know that's going to be an expensive option, so we'll see. But I'm not there yet where I'm sold on sealing DACs. Next up, I wanted to talk to you guys about Island Girl Diamond Painting Journal. How you doing today? What I wanted to talk to you guys about is I like squares, but I will do rounds. Working on Seize the Day now. Ooh, I can't wait to see that when that's done. That's one of the ones where I held off. I had it in my cart. I was about to buy it, and I held off on it. I really thought that Island Time was going to come back. And then Mrs. Coffee, she was doing Island Time. She had me all excited. And then I think the confetti got to her, and she moved over to something that offered a little bit more color blocking. Then she did the Black Lotus, the glow in the dark. Then she kind of came back, and she just finished it. And I was like, oh, wow. I thought it had been done. So I didn't know that she was still working on it. And so Island Time looks so gorgeous. And it's vibrant and it's bright. And I'm going to be honest, I still want it. I still want it so bad, and I still don't have it. But I was scared by, the confetti and things like that. So if anyone out there has started Island Time, what do you think of the confetti? And, is it, as Mrs. Coffee says, disrespectful confetti? Is it disrespectful? Is it, something that, there's a lot worse? What do you guys think on the confetti? Abba Nice says they're fixing symbols on Island Time and the other for the new kids. There is a Diamond 20 code I used today. Could not resist the 20% off. Squares and confetti runs away. I have a preference for squares. I think for the right picture and the size, the detail, and how it feels the complete picture, nothing better. So beautiful, so beautiful. I will do rounds. I don't do nearly as many rounds as I do with squares, but I'm not trying to be unfair. I understand. On Facebook, there was a lot of people who were saying all of the new Diamond Art Clubs that are coming in, they're coming out in squares, and should we be able to choose? And I think I asked that question a few weeks ago, but on AliExpress, we can choose. And I understand their reasoning. Obviously, their machines aren't set up like that. In AliExpress, obviously, they sell a lower quality. They have the double-sided adhesive, whereas Diamond Art Club, they chart their paintings. Not only do they have digital and hand-charted paintings, but there's a poured glue methodology. The facets on their diamonds, they have 26 facets as opposed to 9 and 13. So that's why the diamonds sparkle more and they offer more, brilliance and things. Let's see. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I was getting a message that said, "Do you want to restart your computer now?" No, we don't want to do that. No, no, no. So for me, I do have a preference for squares. I like definitely the detailing that can come from it, and the fact that the entire painting itself is covered and there's no show of the canvas. But I also appreciate the sparkle. Someone told me that they believe that rounds sparkle a little bit more. That might be true. Um, Probably a little bit easier to get the facets on a round than it is to do on a square. So I can understand that. Cindy B says she loves Evermoment. I do love Evermoment, and I probably will be ordering a lot more from Evermoment. I know I think I only have 4 paintings from them. And I did my unboxing, and I did my unboxing live. That is a testament that I don't like doing live unboxings because you guys have, if you've seen any of my past ones, you get the real expression from me sometimes. And when it's not a good expression, I might have to bleep. So I did my Ever Moments live, and it was amazing. And I think I got a lot of comments. I really liked your expression when you saw the diamond painting. So they have fast become one of my favorites. Especially, I don't know. I mean, I know that we all revere Diamond Art Club, but I feel like there's a lot that can be said for Evermoment. I feel there's a distinction in the obviously the canvas quality and things of that nature. I like the self-flattening effect, but I don't rule out, Evermoment or some of the others. I like Home Fun as well. And Home Fun is nowhere near in those other two categories, but their shine on their diamonds are really nice, depending on which Home Fun store you buy from. There's 3, and whenever someone definitely talks about Home Fun, I feel like they're buying from the store I've never bought from because I've never had those issues. I have good days and painful days, but I try to be happy every day. Well, there you go. I like that. I like that a lot. And Abanai says, I think if they put the time into it, doing every kit in rounds and squares would pay off. I agree. I think it would be great, especially now that they have square ABs. I love that. And I love the fact that now they are putting multiple ABs into a painting as well. I mean, one was nice, but several, 3, 2 and 3, that really does bring the painting out and the effect. As if I could have had multiple in my cafe at night, oh man, that would have set that so nicely. But I still feel like the yellow ABs that were used in that, they set the painting up nicely. I'll go look for those Evermoment unboxings after this. You'll love them. There are some diamond painting companies are up and coming. They are trying their best to listen to consumers. I agree with that. And that's what it takes. I have a painting that I'm waiting to come in, and I'm really eager. I'm excited. It's a canvas, which is really the main reason why I'm excited. It's a canvas that I haven't seen anywhere else. So I'm excited because it's definitely a little different than some of my wheelhouse. I do a lot of like love, anything Indian, Native American, and like some wolves. I like that. My grandmother is Native American, so I do try and keep it to that. And so this one's going to be a little bit different. I can't wait till that comes in. I'll definitely do an unboxing on that and share with you guys. But I just wanted to see where everyone reined in as far as rounds, as far as squares, what their preference is. And if there is one, some, you can take it or leave it. They just love to diamond paint. And there's nothing wrong with that either. So for me, diamond painting has definitely been an addiction. I know we talked last week a little bit about some of the other craft addictions that I've had, and none of them have been in the same wheelhouse as diamond painting. I used to crochet every winter. I used to make my father a blanket every year. I started on a blanket. If I didn't get it finished that winter, I put it up, pulled it out the next winter, and started working on it until that was done. So in his home, he had probably 12 to 15 blankets that I've made him. He loved them. He had them all over the place and things like that. I started crocheting when I was 7 years old, something that I was able to do, back then. I'm going to make everybody socks. Then it was, I'm going to make everyone scarves and stuff. So, people got tired of socks and scarves pretty quick. Like, I think I had 2 good years. And then after that, that's all right, baby. You keep that. I'm gonna buy some. So from there, I had to learn patterns and things because nobody wanted socks and scarves anymore. And everything was a granny square. I'm sure even if you don't crochet, that you know what a granny square is. So socks were granny squares. You have big holes in them. That's okay. Wear them in the summer. You get a cool breeze coming in. So that really is how I had to do that. Yvonne says, crochet? Me too. I make throws for people at work. Love surprising them. And Rebecca is, I saw that you were going to be crocheting. So you're crocheting as we speak. Good. See, I'm not the only one. So crochet was it for me for a long time. Then I tried to knit one, purl one. Knit one, purl one. That's knitting. That's as far as I got. It was just, I don't know, too much. It's too complicated. I got to remember what I'm doing. Never got to the part where I was just, so knit one, purl one is as far as I ever got. And I would just lose count, forget where I was at. Mimi says, I like both round and square. I want to try every moment. I know Shawana said she has a preference for the round. See, we have a nice, hey, how you doing, Sherry? Cindy B says, I'm working on a C2C lap blanket. Oh, all right. That sounds fun, a lap blanket. Is it for like any particular occasion or just for the winter, for coming up for the winter? No knit. Left hand would not cooperate. That's how I feel. I couldn't. I'm doing fantabulous in yourself. Were you not supposed to be camping? I heard that you did not go camping. Was going to be sending you a message after I got off to check on you. But you're here, so no camping, huh? You all right? Anyway, damn you hamsters. I love round. Donuts, pizza, Oreos, and drills. It's a smaller Afghan. First time I've done corner to corner crochet. Me, I'm a round too. So we have pretty much, I think between me and Cindy representing for the squares, and we have like 3 or 4 rounds. We might be a little bit outnumbered, but I'm still waiting to hear from her. Odd but nice. Like I said, I was going to check on her after the live. Island girl, she want to stay in high. She said, I'm round 2. You know what? I just got that. Until I saw the LOL in front of Shawana's comment, I just got that. I'm round also, so join the club. My son racked up an $1,800 cell phone bill, so we had to cancel. Ooh, baby. I have been there, definitely. And they don't realize it. I've been there. So hopefully you're able to get that. Everyone, watch her videos. She has a PayPal link, and hopefully we'll, be able to contribute and help. Oh my God, was it a mistake on the bill? That's a good question. Was it a mistake? Sometimes the of my brother. My brother, he was adopted, and he had come to his bill. You could shut it off, and to give me like it was a little bit more than like 50% off, and then I just had to pay the remainder. The bill was a lot less though. I think it was like 490 or something like that, and I just had to come up off of like 200, and I think it was 237 or something that I ended up having to pay. Nope, not a mistake. He was using roaming and airtime to talk to us. Yep, that happens. And they wouldn't, as a, how long have you been with the company? Like maybe as a courtesy, maybe they might be willing, or say, well, he didn't know, how come a message didn't come? How come you guys didn't call me when it got to this? Maybe they'd be willing to, split the difference, and say, okay, well, we'll go ahead and knock this amount off, but you still would be responsible for this amount. And hopefully it'd be a large amount. You got to get a job and help pay for it. Lesson learned. The company took $200. Wow, $200. Wow. I was hoping you were going to give us a higher number. If it had happened to me, I would have had to get a job or something to help pay it. Yeah, that's only natural. That's what we teach them, how to be responsible. So she did everything right, and they offered to take something off. I was just hoping it would be a lot more, but the bill is high. It's just unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get to go on your trip. I was looking forward to it. I was hoping to see some crazy camping hijinks. Yeah. He lost his cell phone for good. Ooh. So just 10% tisk. Yeah, that is about roughly 10%. 180. Yeah, that's just wow. Well, maybe if are they going to let you make payments? That's a good question. So he could pay his own bill. I think that's yeah, that is fair. That's fair. It's unfortunate because, to be honest, even adults don't know a lot about what constitutes roaming. I think that when I was in Mexico, the first day that I was in Mexico, bank or business or something like that, and my cellular company, I'm with T-Mobile, they called me and said, "Hey, are you aware that you're on, roaming? That this is costing such and such?" And I didn't know. And I said, "No, I wasn't aware." And they said, "Well, we just wanted to make sure you're aware, since it appears, because I guess they could tell that I wasn't in the United States. They offered to put like an international package or something on to save me. So they saved me from the roaming. They put an international package on, and instead of like you're getting a gigantic bill for almost 1,800, I think my bill went up like $30. So it really did help, but I mean they assisted till they could pay. Oh, I read that one. I've been nice says work on Seize the Day and Imagine. I like both square and round. I just love to diamond paint. I love square, Yvonne, but I also like round. I just have a preference. But if someone said, here you go, this is a round, I wouldn't be like, no, I'm good. I wouldn't do that. I would still do it. I would still be so grateful and appreciative. This is a round. All of these are square. But my new painting that's coming in, the one that I told you I was excited about, it's a canvas that I've never seen on a lot of other sites. This one is a round, and I was shocked, but you know what? I have so many squares to compare to one another. I wanted to do a round. And so I think that it'll be, positive. And Cherry says, I get to make payments over 6 months since I'm on disability, and the company never sent a text or call warning me about what was happening. Well, I'm glad that they're definitely giving you, a period of time to kind of break that out over. So that'll, help him because he'll be able to help with that in, a short period of time. Be right back. Getting a phone call. Okay. Seize the Day is the painting that is going to win the contest. I like both too. Just prefer, yeah. And Rebecca says, I'm off to bed. I have to work tomorrow to support my diamond painting. Thank you for hosting. I agree with the support your diamond painting. Have a good night. Thanks for showing up. So, my daughter will be 18 coming up in March. And she started her countdown. 6 months from now, guess what? She's in going to school to be a nurse. And yes, she started a couple of years early. And long story short, I said to her, when you turn 18 in my household, you have to either go to school or you got to work and contribute to the roof over your own head. And I said, so if you don't go to work, that's more diamond paintings for me. She didn't like that comment. She said, yeah. But for me, I thought it was really funny. Sounds like a win-win for me, right? Nighty night. So that was the comment. Next thing that I wanted to kind of discuss with everybody tonight is, when do you plan to start your Christmas diamond paintings? As you guys all know, Diamond Art Club released the Santa over the weekend. That was new. And then we did have Hope Runs Deep, which is Chuck Pinson. And Chuck Pinson's painting is that one right there. That's one of those ones that I can see me doing every Saturday as I'm watching my Hallmark movies. So I don't know. But yeah, the snowman kind of put me into the frame of mind where I'm like, oh wow, when is a good time to start? I live in Las Vegas, so it's not going to be getting cold anytime soon here. So it's not like I can wait until the weather changes, because that probably won't happen until mid-January. And we'll have, really bad weather probably for a good, I'd say, a month and a half. Other than that, it's pretty nice during the winter months. So it may drop down to 60 during the day. It may be 40 at night. It's pretty nice. And we really have two seasons. A lot of times we say it's hot and it's not. So it's called Frosty Forest Friend. And it's really cute. Just to kind of show you guys. If you haven't seen it, I'm quite sure we've all seen it. It's the snowman. And so it kind of put me in the frame of mind to where, when is it a good time to start on your Christmas diamond paintings? And when you do start on your Christmas diamond paintings, are they going to be for use, like to put up during this holiday season? Or are they going to be to give as gifts? Which I feel are great questions. So I wanted to kind of pose that to everyone. What about, hey Marissa! So what do you guys plan on starting your Christmas paintings? And when you do start them, are they going to be utilized as gifts? Or are you going to utilize them as more like Christmas decorations around the house? For me, mine are going to all be decorations. And I like to start my decorations November 1st. And I like for them to go right up until usually the 8th of January, which is officially the official end. What do they call it? I forget what it's called, but it's like the official end of the holiday season. I have waited until, I'm not going to lie, the 7th of February. Being that I wanted to give Valentine's a week to have its own shine. But it was not out of the ordinary for my father to celebrate up until the 12th or 13th of February. Christmas was he loved Christmas. It was his life. So Marissa says, I just ordered mine today and it's going to be a gift. Okay. So I think I'm going to get some of the night lights with a Christmas theme for decorations. Island Girl says, not going to do any. My house already looks like Christmas threw up on the house. Caribbean Christmas is very festive. We start Christmas here in September. I like that. I may do a painting for next year, but I will select something special that looks like Christmas on the islands. Okay. Have already done 2 gifts for Christmas. Mimi's on it. We got no snow here. Oh, well, I live in Vegas, and it doesn't snow often, but it has snowed here. It snowed a few years ago. It snowed in 67? So yeah, we have gotten snow here. It doesn't snow like every year. It doesn't, crop dust or anything like that. It just gets cold, but it never gets cold enough to snow. So that's why I think it's supposed to be like under 35 or under 30 in order to really snow. And so it doesn't really formulate here because it's the desert. So we get like fronts that'll meet. We'll get like a cold front and a moist front, and they'll maybe crystallize and things of that nature. Up closer to Mount Charleston, which is out west of Vegas, because it's higher up in elevation, they'll get some snow out there. But we don't really get it here. Down here, we're in like the valley part, the desert part where you see the sand and things. So let's see. I have never experienced snow ever. Oh, come to Minnesota. Don't go to Minnesota. Don't go to Minnesota. We have lots of snow for you. There is a ridiculous amount of snow in Minnesota, and it's cold. It's cold from like October 1 to like May 1st. Lisa Gardner says, hi, Tia. New to your channel. Love your enthusiasm. I will work on Christmas diamond paintings after Halloween. Well, welcome to the channel, Lisa. And after Halloween, I do know that there's some people who said that they're going to do Halloween diamond paintings. I think Cherry had a partial that she unboxed, and she had a couple more coming in. So you'll probably see in our community that there are some people who are going to do them. My kids are big, and my daughter, I think last year might have been our last year. She dropped her iPhone when we were out trick-or-treating. Yes, we went trick-or-treating at 16 going on 17. And I trick-or-treated when I was in college, all in college. There was a group of us. We could go around to the different dorms. So I trick-or-treated right up until, I think, 22 or 23. And then I had like 3 or 4 years off. And those were hellacious years because I couldn't borrow anybody's kid. And then I was back trick-or-treating when my kids started coming along. And I had a kid as a week old. I would go and take them trick-or-treating. So that would never have stopped me. But I mean, I just didn't feel great as an adult showing up with a bag, trick-or-treat, and no child around me. But if I had, it's like I said, even a baby, if I could borrow a kid, I would go. I would take them with me. Candy's candy, guys, and it's fun to get dressed up and have fun and see everybody's costumes and see the expressions on people's face as we come up to the door and they try to guess who we are. So yeah, I love that. That's a lot of fun. But I don't think that I'll be doing any like diamond painting Halloween. I'll be out getting candy. So, and I'm quite sure they're going to do it at work where all of the adults will be able to go around to different stations. I got to be in line first. So, so happy to have found your channel. Oh, I love that. Oh, I like that a lot. So look at that, Marissa. They're still saying hello to you. Say hello. Hi, everybody. I'm going to have one night where all my mods are here. Where's Jeremy at tonight? He must be tired. I know that he did a collab, and he'll probably come in probably within the next half an hour or so. I think I'm going to get some of the night lights with. Have you guys saw Rachel Ray's unboxing. Hey, Pepper Z. Have you guys saw Rachel Ray's unboxing where she had the Christmas lights? I loved it. Did you see how big it was? It was huge. The only thing that I kept thinking when she was unboxing it is, I wonder what that painting would look like. You guys know the new electric diamonds? They're rhinestones, I guess. And I wonder what that painting that she unboxed would look like with some of those, rhinestone type diamonds in the picture. And you guys know there's a sparklers, there's like a sparklers order on Facebook. And I'm wondering now, that has me, thinking about all these different things that you could maybe utilize this stuff for. I wonder if sparklers would look good. But I saw the painting and I did the ooh, and I loved it. And immediately all of those things started coming to mind. And then I was like, yes, Christmas is coming. Still going to be a couple more months before we get the Hallmark. But yeah. And then this year is going to be a phenomenal year when it comes to Hallmark, because not only do we have Hallmark Movie Channel, but now fast becoming one of my favorites is the Hallmark Mystery Channel. The only problem is you got to watch those movies. Literally have to watch them. You saw that? Yes. You have to watch those because the whodunits and the facial expressions, and you got to try and point the finger at one person while you're trying to clear another, things of that nature. So sometimes, my mind has to be devoted to watching Hallmark Mystery Channel. But when it comes to the romance, I can listen. I just need to know what the faces of the characters look like, and then I can picture everything else. Did you hear Hallmark is putting out 40 new Christmas movies? Yep. I did. I read it. I got one because I have the Hallmark movie app, and I got an update, and it said that. I was like, wow, yeah. And then all July, but I didn't watch, but all July long, they had Christmas movies that they played. I didn't watch. I didn't want to ruin it. I need something to look forward to, and I feel like that would have, I would have been like, I just got through watching a stint of Christmas movies, so I didn't tune in. But I will be. They started October 26th or something last year. Yeah, I'll be tuning in right away. My daughter will be excited for the Hallmark movies. I love it. Love it, love it. I get me a glass of wine. Last year, I didn't have diamond painting. I just had wine and boredom. And I would be sitting there. Then I had ordered my polymer clay. I think I talked to you guys about the polymer before. I had ordered my polymer clay. The goal was to make Christmas jewelry to wear. Where, I don't know, because I don't go anywhere. But the goal was to make Christmas jewelry that I could wear in the event that I was asked to go somewhere. And it's still sitting in here. That's still the same containers. Look at that. Same container, plastic, everything. That I think I opened one container, two. See the two colors right there? They're inside the little white containers. I bought containers to store them in. They're still in there. So that is cool. You still going to make them? I don't know. Because Peppers, diamond painting is my love. I love me some diamond painting. The other thing that I love, Disney. Disney. So I was going to make these. There's no need to make them. Why? Because Disney, boom, has already made them. Uh-oh. This is where I sit my my polymer clay sits right on top of that. You guys see this? These are all the princesses. Yes, indeedy. And there we go. Right in the middle. To the right is my dad's family. To the left is my mom's. There we go. And then every one of them are in here. So I can't make anything if I've already bought them. That was something else I was thinking about trying. Figurines. Knickknacks. So I kind of erased that. Look at that. That's Princess Tiana and Pocahontas. But I have all of them up before. Oh, Brave's in there too. So, and they're Tangled, Belle, Aurora, Mulan, Snow White. Okay, all of them. Ariel. So there's no need to use the polymer clay to make Disney figurines, because that's been done. I was going to make jewelry, like I said, to where, I don't know, because I don't really go a lot of places. So that's out. And what do I have? Diamond painting. That's in. That's like my life. I love it. Uh, so Cindy says you can make diamond painting pens. When Jeremy announced that he was going to be making polymer pens, you should see me in his videos watching them. But he's got all these gadgets like to condition the. You know what I use to condition my clay? Where is it at? I use a baby wipe and I must have moved it. I use like a baby wipe and some oil that I got at the dollar store. And I put the oil on my hands and then condition it, soften it up like that. Then I roll it, put it back in my hand, roll it, put it back in my hand. And then I bought the rolling pin because Jeremy said he used the rolling pin to roll out his squares when they were popping up. So I'm just not good at it, I think. I need a lot more practice. Marissa says, it's always fun to watch a few, but then my salty side kicks in the comments out of my mouth. Ooh. I look real sad. Poor things crying out. Make me into something, Tia. Give me a purpose. You're right. It's saying all of that. Give me a purpose. I'm sitting here collecting dust. Cindy, what is Cindy B and Marissa talking about? They having a great conversation. Let me go back. I saw that. Pepper says, hi y'all. Sorry, I'm on my phone, so can't tag all of you individually. Uh-oh. Okay. And I saw that. Okay, well, I thought I missed something, but I didn't miss something. Cindy B's with you, though, Marissa. Sofa Brush, you're up late. It's 11:30 here. Yeah, it's 9:35 here, unfortunately. Look, a statue of... I get it, a statue. I gotta make something, though. I just don't know what. Do you have Diamond Art Club's polka? Yep, I certainly do. Odd but nice. I'm gonna put it up right near the family tree and put a family tree right in the middle. When I first got it, when Pocahontas, well, I saw Pocahontas on Rachel Ray's unboxing and flipped out. I said, Diamond Art Club is thinking about Grandma. And my mom was like, what is wrong with you? And I said, look, because that was a nickname when I was little that everyone on my grandmother's side of the family used to call me. Obviously, I don't know if you guys have ever seen my hair straight ended flat iron. It's really long. And so I try and keep it cut so it doesn't go. I don't like it to go below like my belly button or anything. But I used to be, and I hated it. It brought back. What is that word? What is bring? It brought back a lot of memories. And I was like, oh my gosh, Pocahontas. And she was speaking to me. My mom started laughing. I started laughing. I was so excited. I said, I got to get it in honor of Grandma. They're thinking about Grandma. And so, yeah, as soon as it came out, boom, right then and there, I was in Mrs. Coffee's live. Yep. And because I was in Mrs. Coffee's live and she had said something about Diamond Art Club, I went to check and they weren't supposed to be out really till the next day at 9. I was able to throw it in my cart. Boom. Throw in the little code to get a discount. Boom. And was off and running. So then everyone said, why'd you get yours early? I ordered mine. I didn't get mine early. And I felt bad, so I didn't tell anybody. And I think I gave a secret to a couple of people. What had happened was, yes, Donnie has Disney Princess cover minders. I'm going to have to reach out to her because I love the Disney Princesses. She goes live tomorrow at 8 Central if you want to ask questions. I think I go to who's live? Somebody else goes live on Thursdays. I might have to, pop over and see. I'm I've been to a few of hers, but I know that there's someone else that goes live. Just agree with Marissa about watching the Hallmark. Oh, you think they're sappy? Come on, Cindy, you sound like my daughter. Tiara says that all the time. All the time. Marissa, stop being so busy and check out my unboxing, lady. Hey, Soulful. Wolfpack. That's who it is, Cindy B. Wolfpack. I couldn't remember, but yeah, it's Wolfpack. Stephanie. I think she's on vacation this weekend. Okay. So I watch Hallmark movies. A lot of times I'll watch, my daughter will come in and she'll comment. She'll have the worst comments. And I'll say, okay, you can go now. You can go. It's okay. I'll watch the rest by myself. You can go. Bye. Because she will start like how you guys are. Oh, it's just so stupid. So I can tell what's going to happen. It's so predictable. This is so sappy. How many of these are going to this and how many? It's Hallmark. It's not HBO. It's not Stars. It's not going to, it's not going to punch like, some of those romances and like some of the romantic comedies that you go to the movies to see. It can't because it's Hallmark. They are sappy, but then I'm a cynical old lady. Oh, they're beautiful. I love Hallmark movies. All are sappy and predictable, but I still love watching. I feel the same exact way. Diamond painting by Donnie. She shows herself going through orders. Yeah, I've seen a few of those also. What's her name from DIY Moon Shop? Die Moon Shop. I've watched her boxings when she boxes orders up also. I really like that. I like that. I don't know why. It's never going to be my order, but I do like to see how they package them and get them ready. Marissa says they are sappy, and I enjoy the first few, but then that's enough for me. Soulful Brush says, I miss my grandma. Morning. Oh, I know. I feel the same way. And I miss my mama. Oh, so sorry at Soulful Brush. Yeah, I am too. I do. I miss my grandma. She spoiled me. I was very spoiled, if you guys can't tell. You guys just don't know the half of it. Maybe one day I'll share, but I was very spoiled, and I turned out very well. I can't believe it, because I usually would counsel against spoiling a child the way I was spoiled. So I guess it does have its, I don't know what turned me around. I really can't. Oh, I know what turned me around. Justin. Every bad thing that I ever did, Justin tried to follow in my footsteps and do it. He saw me smoking one time. I never smoked in the house. Ever, ever, ever. I would take my cigarettes. I kept them hid. And I would take my cigarettes and I would go outside. We had, our garage was detached. And my husband didn't like me smoking. And I told him, you can't tell me what to do. I'm going to do it anyway. And I would go outside. And I'd go stand in the garage. And I would smoke in the garage. And 4-year-old Justin is playing around with some candy or pretzels or something one day. And he's doing this. And I said, what are you doing? And Justin says, I'm smoking. I'm smoking, Mama. I'm smoking like you. And I said, you smoking? What do you mean? I didn't get it. Because he used to sound like Mickey Mouse when he was little. I'm looking. Anyway, I'm looking at his movement, and it hit me. This fool is trying to smoke. Where did you get that? I'm smoking like you. Smoking? I don't. What are you talking about? I don't. Outside. He goes in his room, and this little fool can see from his window clearly out to the garage. And maybe the smoke, I guess, trailed out. I don't know. Maybe a couple of times when I thought I was in secret, kind of maybe stepped out of the shadows or something. I don't know. Perhaps, But yes, he did. He moking like me, and that was it. I quit that day. I had tried a couple times. I wasn't successful, but that was it. I quit. I was done. He talking about he moking like me. Done after that. Can't put anything past kids. You certainly can't. And yes, I was caught. The next time, let's see. And I don't think that I ever was a big drinker, but beer. Beer's delicious and refreshing, especially with certain types of food and in the right environment. We're watching sports, things of that nature. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to indulge. You want to hang with the gang. And clearly, Justin paid attention. So one day, this was after mom and dad had broke up, Justin says, I want something to drink. Let me get that for you. What do you want to drink? I want that. He points to the beer. No, I don't think you should. Why not? You drink it. Why can't I? Okay, it's a beer. Put the cup down in front of him. Poured a half a cup. Drink it. If you're going to drink it, though, you got to drink it all. Justin doesn't drink to this day, guys. He said that was it. So he drank the beer. I quit drinking beer. I will have a wine cooler, and I will mix a little something in my coffee. But I don't drink beer anymore. I won't tell my mom to stay outside for 30 minutes after smoking because she would stink the house when I was little. She smokes, huh? Yeah. So we have, kids will definitely do that. So I've been pretty good because my kids really, I really wanted to. Somebody told me that story before about how it was a guy, and that's why he didn't drink or something. He had a cup of beer or something like that when he was little and never could get past the taste. Every time he tried when he was older, he could smell it. It was a lesson. And I thought it was a great lesson. It definitely worked. Justin will have a wine cooler, but it depends on what kind, because some of the coolers out there are malt beverages, nothing with malt in it. He can't. He's not fond of too many mixed drinks. He'll have a little wine. He actually likes Arbor Mist, and that's pretty much the gist of it. But that's pretty much all. I tried to take him out for a drink. For the big one, we went to bingo. You guys know you got to be over 21 to go to bingo. Anyway, we went to bingo, and bingo gives you free drinks. It's really fun. But yeah, that was a bust, a waste of free drinks, and neither one of us hit on our bingo card. So yeah, but I drank. I had some wine. A lot of my family smoked when I was little. Stunk up my mama's house. Ooh. And mom uses the grape smelling cigars. Yeah? Soulful Brush? To smoke the cigar? I live in Vegas. And they have these pipe things now. They like this. And you can get everything. You can get cigarettes. You can buy fillers for they have weed pens. They have, I forget some of the stuff that I hear, but all kind of stuff, Work is fun, especially when someone failed to use their backup camera the appropriate way. backed up into someone and they argue with an adjuster, work can be fun out there on the patio when people bring their weed pen. So that's, if you guys weren't here earlier, we talked about the frustration I had earlier today. All night, soulful brush, you're going to leave. You're going to get some rest. It's late. Still no Jeremy, huh? Okay. You have a good evening. You have a good evening. So that's where we are. You know, my son, my daughter keeps me on my toes. My daughter, she wows me. She was born a young adult. She was born 26, 27 years old. So she rightfully is probably in her mid 50s at this point, maybe early 60s. She's been here before. And on top of my daughter being here before, she is iconically stuck in what I call the 60s. She is definitely iconically stuck. She loves that era. She loves the Patsy Cline, the Jefferson Airplane. She loves Zeppelin. She's iconically stuck in a prior time. And she is, I want to call her a folk singer because she's always on her guitar. And she just reminds me of that Lollapalooza type, feel good, free, atmospheric. She loves Patsy Cline. She does. The only relevant artist that she's listening to right now is, let me think. She has a couple, but it's by far not a lot. She respects a lot of art, but I mean, as far as all day listening to by their, she doesn't have a lot of relevant, which what I mean, like current artists. She is really iconically stuck and time warped into the past, and you would never guess that she's only 17. So my sister is a disability claims adjuster in Austin. That's probably rewarding if she's able to help. I could see maybe wanting to move into more of a helpful environment. Her pet peeve is people trying to get disability on pregnancy. Well, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that one coming at all. Are you serious? Stop. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, I had to take a sip on that one. This is just a soda with nothing in it. Okay, the rest is really rewarding. I thought, I guess I didn't see that one coming. I remember, this is a long time ago. I remember when I was pregnant with Justin, and my OBGYN, she asked me if I wanted to apply for a handicap placard. I said, for what? And clearly at the time, there were a lot of pregnant women who were applying for handicap placards so that they could park closer to stores and things like that. And I said, are you serious? That's a thing? That's wrong. That's wrong. I can't imagine getting out of the vehicle and then bloop, bloop, to go into a store and seeing someone in a walker really struggling, having to walk from further away. So it just makes me wonder. It just makes me think. I just wonder about those things. Yeah. I wonder about those things. I don't like to pass judgment, but that one right there would have been difficult to take advantage of. Pregnancy and disability. I think that's a difficult one for me to take to believe, especially because a few weeks ago we had a very rewarding communication about how some of us are crafting through our, disabilities and our pain and our aches and things like that. So that one right there, I think I would pass a little judgment on, just a little. Oh, but it was certainly funny. And what a day that has to be when you hear that. And the negotiating points as to why they should be allowed to claim it. That's probably really funny as well. And Island Girl says, okay, guys, I'm going to jump off the party train here. It's almost 1 a.m. and need to sleep. The need to sleep is real. Good night, all. I'll catch up on what I missed on the replay. Good night, Island Girl. We probably will go for probably another 7 minutes because I'm going to get started on this. But I also want to check on my son. I told you guys his foot is bothering him, and you didn't get a chance to see him much before we started. 7 minutes. Yeah, we'll go until the top of the hour, which will be 10 o'clock here, 1 o'clock there. Yeah, that way everyone can get some sleep. I'll prop my eyelids with some toothpicks. Oh, that's so sweet. It really is. So I'm going to finish up on kind of talking about my favorite topic, not to mention being diamond painting, but also being Diamond Art Club, and kind of talking a little bit about, I know earlier we brought it up when we were talking about Island Time and the fact that they were redoing some of the symbols and things. So I had reached out to Diamond Art Club a few days after Island Time sold out, and they did indicate to me at that time as well that they were recharting and making some changes due to some of the symbols and symbol quality and things like that. So I was kind of, I forget who told me, someone said during my live when I was really depressed that all things happen for a reason. And I couldn't help but to think, maybe that was the reason. Maybe that was what prevented me from pressing the button and making the purchase was, something inside of me. Something told me, hey, no, don't. And so I don't remember who it was, but whoever reminded me and whoever said that all things happen for a reason, don't worry. That's when I think about that a lot, especially ever since. The last time I spoke with them, they did tell me that in a couple of weeks, and it's been a couple of weeks, that it should have been getting restocked with the new recharted symbols and things. So I am eager to definitely, get a copy of the new Island Time, and I will try and get that worked up. At least do a showing. I wish I was able to do a cross comparison on the symbols so that we could see what was changed. But I did want to reach out to whomever. I can't remember who it was, but I remember them distinctly saying, don't worry, all things happen for a reason. The need to get a new painting is always there, especially when you see everyone else getting theirs. But I have learned that it is better to wait a little and hear about the quality of the charting. I do agree with that. We all are. Yes. I do agree with that, Island Girl. I really do. But this painting was a little bit different. It called to me in a way that it's hard to say. It really is. But I felt so connected to it, and I felt so passionate about it. I looked at it over and over. I kept going back to, I don't know why I didn't press the button. I really do. I really don't. But I remember how disappointed I was when I did go back to press the button and it was no longer available. So like I said, I keep thinking about the comment that all things happen for a reason. I can't remember who it was, but I don't remember. Was it you, Cindy? Cindy B? I can't remember. It was someone who comes to my lives and they said, "Don't worry, all things happen for a reason." And I really have been thinking about that. And I'm excited to see what it looks like when it's recharted. The other thing that I wanted to come out, because I know we all love Diamond Art Club, one thing that I don't know if I like, and I don't want to say anything negative and put anything negative in the atmosphere, but it does make me wonder is when I'm looking at some of the paintings, um, it's mostly the landscapes, but I like landscapes. The only thing that I'm noticing is, let me see if I can get it to turn. I can't. Oh, here it is. Turn back. Here we go. So when I look at some of these, the lines are very harsh. If you can see that, the lines are very, like these silver lines, they're very harsh in the painting. And so, I don't know. That one right there, the line is very distinct and harsh. There was a couple of others, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I like how distinct the lines are when you're looking at it. I like the line to be a little bit softer, you know. Hold on, I'll go back. The lighthouse one, the new one, I felt like some of the lines in the house was kind of distinct in that also. So hold on one second and I'll show you. You can see them when you look at the picture versus the actual painting. I like that they do that and show you what it looks like when it's charted. But that is something that here is the Chuck Pinson, the lighthouse. And this right here is the actual diamond painting. And it's very harsh and squared. And then when you click on that, it's a little softer and it's muted. And I'm wondering if I'm falling in love when I see the artwork with the softer, the more muted side. And then this is, what I'm looking at and what we actually get, which is that harsher, like especially, in the lighthouse and in the house itself, the lines are very, distinct. So those are the things that I kind of wanted to finish with, Island Time, I didn't see those distinct harsh lines. And so because I didn't see those distinct harsh lines, maybe the scenery and what it means, and I could hear, the seagulls and the spray of the water, just looking at the picture, for me, it did all of that. I could picture myself there ensconced. But when you see the completed work, even though it's vibrant, and I do still want it, but I'm wondering, now that I'm seeing some of these other landscape pieces, those harsher lines, are they softening up? Because I don't feel that way about some of the other landscape pieces, although they are just as beautiful. So I definitely wanted to kind of finish with that. Island Girl said the need to get a new, I've read that one already. Island Time looks like Curacao. It's an island not far from me. Oh, okay. I can't remember who said it. I think Rebecca Diamond Painting. Oh, Rebecca, she's having issues with that one. I'll have to reach out to her maybe later tonight or tomorrow. I'm gonna probably reach out to her tomorrow because I've bothered her in the middle of the night enough. Um, and ask her what she thinks. Island Girl says, yes, I agree. I won't be getting it because of that. I think the brown in the branches could have been lighter. Yeah. In the distance, well, the drills can only be so small. That's true. Or is it the color you don't agree with? I don't know if it's the color. I think that it's, I did see her unboxing of the Japanese one, Cindy B, the Himeji. I saw that one. So I'll reach out to her and ask, but it's those real distinct lines. Maybe we have lines in the Mandy Manzano paintings. There's, lines, and so they don't come off as harsh and distinct. So I really do think it has to do with the landscaping, and unfortunately, maybe the painting needs to be larger in order to soften up those distinct lines. I'm not sure. An oversaturation, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's hard to describe. and you almost ordered that one. I seen it when it was the painting and wanted it. When they showed the charted version of it, I said, "Oh no, those lines are just too harsh." And then Rebecca did her unboxing, and obviously that's what we have unboxings for, so we can see the painting. We definitely want to be able to, and see what it's supposed to look like when we're working on it and things. And those lines are just, I don't know, they're harsh, they're distinct. I feel like they softened. I'm not sure how to describe it, but they don't look as harsh and as distinct when you're looking at the painting of it as opposed to the charted version, the completed, what it will look like. So those are things that I've been thinking. I wanted to kind of roll it out towards the end so that we didn't maybe focus on it too much and it didn't become a slam. It's not maybe Diamond Art Club. It's just that their paintings, they're releasing new images and things. And I'm getting to look forward to the new images, but that's what I'm noticing with some of them. But yeah, the Himeji, I noticed that the Lighthouse one, that kind of stood out, and I wondered about that. And obviously, when Mrs. Coffee posted her completed island time, that was what I was actually looking for. Is there something in here, harsh edges or harsh lines, in this completed work that I didn't notice before, because I feel like I fell in love with the painting portion as opposed to that charted version. So, great evening. I love you guys. I thank you guys so very much for coming out tonight. Make sure on your way out you hit that like button. I'll be here again next week. We'll have a great time. Um, like I said, I'm going to celebrate a little bit no problem, celebrating a little bit with my mom. I think my mom had a big accomplishment today. I'm very proud of her. I have been trying to get her to make that step, and for her to make the decision on her own, I feel like the accomplishment was like triple, huge. Because I've been saying, Mom, why don't you try to venture out a little bit? You don't have to go far. And it was definitely a no. So I'm going to celebrate a little bit with her, have a little fun. And then, like I said, check on Justin, see how his foot is doing. I like to thank you guys all for coming out. It's been fun. We had a great stream tonight. And as I said last week, but hopefully this time I won't, have lost my mind. I'm definitely going to try and finish this one in a couple of days and then do a video on sealing it so that we can talk about it and we can go over the distinction in, to seal a Diamond Art Club or not to seal. Okay, Shawana! You have a good night all. Thank you very much for coming out, and I will hope to see you guys on the tube. Bye!